Yo, welcome to the city streets at night, where the only thing more elusive than parking is urban foxes. That's right, tonight, we're sneaking around like we're on some kind of undercover wildlife mission, trying to catch these sneaky little hustlers in action. Now, you've probably seen a fox or two. Those little red-tailed thieves dashing across the road like they've got somewhere important to be. But have you ever wondered what these urban foxes really get up to when we're not looking? Stick around, and we'll find out. Let's clear something up right now. These foxes ain't your friendly neighborhood pets, okay? I know what you're thinking, but they live here with us, doesn't that make them tame? Nah, not even close. They're still as wild as they come, just a little more city savvy. These urban foxes are out here living rent-free in our neighborhoods, dodging traffic like seasoned New Yorkers. But don't get it twisted, they're not out here depending on us like we're running some kind of fox charity. They've got instincts. They're out here making it happen, hustling for food, staying sharp, dodging danger. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the fox in the trash can. Some people think these little guys are pests, spreading diseases and wreaking havoc on our lawns. But here's a fun fact for ya. Urban foxes are actually our city's secret pest control. Yeah, you heard me right. Instead of setting out poison baits for rats and bugs, some cities are just letting the foxes handle the dirty work. You've got a rodent problem? Boom, foxes got you. Now, I know some of y'all are probably worried about your pets. Is my chihuahua in danger? What if that fox is eyeing up Fluffy like a buffet? Don't stress. Foxes aren't out here picking fights with your pets. I mean, unless your chihuahua's got some street cred and is out here talking smack to the foxes, in which case, that's between them. But for real, foxes are way more likely to avoid confrontation. Attacks on humans are almost non-existent, and your dog's probably safe as long as they're not out here squaring up in the middle of the street. You see that? The second they spot a human, it's like, I'm out. They're not trying to befriend us or pick a fight. They're just living their best life in the city. So why do people freak out when they see a fox in broad daylight? Ah, yeah, here comes that classic misconception. It's daytime, that fox must be rabid. Nah, fam, it's probably just hungry, tired, or out here hustling for a snack because the night shift was slow. And let's talk about that tame fox that strolls up to you like it's about to ask for bus fare. You might think, oh wow, it must be so used to humans. Nah, what it really is an opportunist. This fox has figured out that humans are messy. We drop food, we leave our trash out, we forget about that pizza slice sitting on top of the dumpster, and the fox is like, bet. Urban foxes are basically the ultimate city survivalists. They're like the street smart cousin who always knows where the free food's at. They'll eat whatever they can find, trash, rodents, your leftover takeout from that sketchy Chinese place down the street. They're not picky. They're what we call opportunistic omnivores, which is a fancy way of saying they'll eat anything they can get their paws on. Bugs, fruits, rodents, heck, if you leave your outdoor cat food out, that might just end up as their midnight snack. So, what do foxes do when they're not rummaging through our garbage? Well, they've got a whole city to explore, and they navigate it better than half of us do. You think Google Maps is impressive? Urban foxes use the city's layout like they're running a secret mission. They've even been spotted using pedestrian crossings and streetlights to avoid cars. Straight up geniuses. Let me tell you about Fleet, the most iconic urban fox in London. She had this whole system down. She'd use street lights and crosswalks to get across busy roads and would hit up her favorite dumpsters like she had reservations. Fleet knew the deal. She didn't just survive in the city, she thrived. Urban foxes aren't lone wolves either. They've got their little squads, called skips. Usually, there's a dominant male and female, their cubs, and sometimes even some helpers, kind of like the homies who crash on your couch but help out with chores. This social structure is key to their survival because life in the city is tough. Resources are limited, and competition is real. And yeah, they've got each other's backs. That's what helps them thrive where most wild animals wouldn't dare to. They raise their kits together, look out for one another, and even share the food they find. That's squad goals if I've ever heard of it. At the end of the day, these urban foxes are proof that nature adapts. They're living in our cities, but on their own terms, doing their thing, dodging us when they can, and occasionally taking advantage of our bad habits. They're not out here to mess with us, just surviving in a world we've built, and honestly, they're pretty good at it. So, next time you see one of these sly little creatures darting across the street, just remember, they're not pests, they're survivors. They're out here cleaning up after us, helping balance the ecosystem, and living their best urban lives. If you've had your own run-ins with city foxes, drop your stories in the comments below. And hey, if you want to learn more about urban wildlife, be sure to check out my other videos. Peace.